Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today we're not talking about knives, but don't be afraid, it's not another book, not yet. I will review books, but not today. We're talking about soap, this one, Dr. Bronner's soap. If you already know it, well, listen to me because my experience is kind of enlightening. Well, it's not, but it's funny. And if you don't, keep listening, because this is some soap. And I'll tell you about it in a second, and I'm your uncle. The first time I came in contact with Dr. Bronner's Castile soap, which I didn't know anything about, was 6 years ago when my fiance told me, "You're going camping, so why don't you try this particular soap?" At the time, my backpack was filled, as you know, guys, with flamethrowers and hand grenades, machetes, all the usual, very useful stuff you use when you go camping. But for my personal hygiene, I had a small pouch in which I kept a shampoo, general body wash soap or something, toothpaste, something for my face, lots of products. And it was complicated to use those products when camping. So she told me, look, there's a soap that you should try. It's not just very good for your skin, for your body, but it's an all-in-one soap. So you can use it for your hair, for your body, teeth and everything. And she introduced me to Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile soap. Now in front of me I have 4 bottles. The little ones, the medium ones, and the very large one. Because as you can tell, I became addicted to it because it's very good, but we'll talk about that later. Showering when you travel, when you go camping, hiking, it can be complicated because you have many products, so the pouch, the bag you use for your personal hygiene becomes crowded and heavy, and it takes a lot of space in your backpack. And as you know, if you watched my previous videos, I like to go very light, a small backpack, just the tools I need. And in terms of personal hygiene, well, this was a very nice discovery. I wasn't expecting something like this. I didn't know anything about it. And my fiancée, she told me, just try it and see. And I brought it with me camping for a few days. Well, it works so good that now I use it every day, even when I'm home. A brief history of Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile soap. In case you already know it, just listen to it anyway. Dr. Bronner came from Germany in the 1930s to the United States of America, and he became a citizen. And he was a soap maker. Aside from making soap, he also had some kind of, say it, vision. I wouldn't call it a religion. It was a vision about the importance of being united and togetherness. And I'll leave you a link in the description because I don't want to get into that right now. But it's a very interesting reading, so just do it. It's culture anyway. But what he did was make soap, and through that soap, he was trying to convey the idea that we should all be one. Unity, togetherness again, but also his soap, because his soap is organic, is completely silicone free, is environmental friendly. It's a great product actually, and you can use it for almost everything. You can wash your body with it, your face, your hair, your teeth, even clothing, even dishes. If you're interested in knowing more about his work and his, I say, vision, his beliefs, well, as you can see on the bottle, there are so many writings. You will need a magnifying glass, but they're also on their website, of course, and I'll leave you a link in the description. But they're all on this label. But let's go back to the soap because this gets interesting. This one in particular is the peppermint scent. There are 8 different scents. One is odorless, for babies, they say. This one is the strongest one, I guess, peppermint, which is, of course, you know me, I'm your uncle. It's my favorite. And they come in different sizes. This is the big one, which is a liter, or 32 ounces. This one is 60 milliliters. It's very good when you travel or when you're backpacking, hiking, trekking, camping. This is absolutely useful because there's also a medium one. This one. Now, I tried this one first, and it was okay with me because I had space in my backpack. But when I discovered this one, the little one, I was surprised because that is exactly what I was looking for. One of the things that they recommend you, and I recommend that as well, is to dilute this soap when you use it. Don't use it concentrated as it is. They say to dilute it with some water, of course, when you're washing dishes, washing clothing, or washing yourself. Now, I am not suggesting you to try it not diluted, but if you do, you will have some experience because it's the peppermint, at least, is so strong that it makes your body like go on fire in a good way again. But dilute it and use it. It's also completely silicone-free. All the components are organic and fair trade. They come from fair trade businesses, which is very good on a moral level. It's not the best shampoo, it's not the best at anything. It simply works very, very well. And one thing, it doesn't make billions of bubbles, but that's not an indicator of how a product is in terms of quality. Actually, it's the opposite. So no bubbles could be very good. This one is, and it's very good for your skin, but it's also very good for the environment. And this is what I want to talk about today. All the products that we use every day, they tend to be terrible for nature, for the environment. Just so terrible for nature, polluting nature. This one doesn't. That's why I adopted it. And by the way, I have no affiliation with them. They're not paying me anything, just to clarify that. The best option to me is the largest bottle, the 32 ounces bottle, because of course it's a little less expensive and you can use one of those little containers when you're flying on an airplane or you're traveling in general and simply pour some of it into one of those little plastic bottles. Of course, you want to try it beforehand because you don't trust me, and that's sad. No, seriously, you don't trust me, and that's good. Trust yourselves. Try it. And that's why those little bottles, those little 60 milliliters bottles are perfect to try it out. The peppermint, to me, is the best one. It's very strong. It's fresh. You come out of the shower a different person, almost. Speaking of prices, it's a bit complicated to give you an idea because different websites offer the same range, the same products at different prices, sometimes very different from one another. So I'll just give you a link in the description to their website so you can read all these writings and do it because they're quite interesting and read more about the story of this brand. But in terms of prices, I cannot give you a link, a specific link, so you will have to dig into the internet. Anyway, guys, Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile Soap. Get the peppermint one. It's fantastic. No, but seriously, Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile Soap, no silicones, all organic, nature-friendly, good for hiking, camping, or even if you're at home. And it's great for travelers because they make them in these little bottles. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of Dr. Bronner's soap, if you have it and if you tried it. And if you are a brave man like me who didn't dilute it once, let me know what you think of the video. Thank you for watching. I'm your uncle.